Yeah, now we could find our first solution. So that's going to be our step 3. So we could throw this inside the y function and solve our first solution. But there's a plus or minus right here, so that's an issue. But we'll take the plus, and I'll show you that it doesn't matter which one you pick, because you're going to get the conjugate of it. It's going to be the opposite on the other side. And we'll just go ahead and solve and see what happens. So we're going to get let's use the plus side there. And yeah, so we want to plug this inside our y function. So if we go back up, this y equals to z plus y plus k divided by z. So that's our y. So let's just write down our y. So y equals to z plus, and then the k was, recall k is negative p over 3. So it's going to be minus p over 3 and then z. So we want to find our z. So what I'll do is I'll just take the positive side of it and see what happens. Okay, and then we'll just take the cube root of, so cube root of z cubed, and then equals to negative q squared. And then we'll take the plus. So we're taking the plus as opposed to the minus. I'll put that like that. And this is going to be, and then this is a cube root of this whole thing. Like that. Alright, here, just fix that up here. So yeah, so cube root and then negative q over 2 plus. Now instead of the minus, we do the plus. And then this is going to be square root q over 4 plus p over 3 over 27. And yeah, this cubes cancel out. We're just going to get a z. So this equals to our z. So plug this in. Let's get our first solution. I'll call this y1. This equals 2. So this is going to be our z like that. Let's move this. Yeah, so now we're going to get a plug in the z. That's just this whole big giant thing. So we're going to get y1 equals to 3. So that's the first solution. It's going to be, I'll try to compact this because we're going to need this twice. It's going to be negative q over 2 plus square root q squared over 4 plus p cubed over 27. And now we're going to go a minus, and now p, I'll make this even smaller there, just because we're going to need to multiply it by its conjugate. So this is going to be now divided by p, put this 3 like this, and this is going to be cube root. This is going to be a giant one. Let's just do a bigger one. Okay, this is going to be 3. This is going to be negative q squared plus, and now this is going to be q squared over 4 plus p 327, like that. Alright, so in here I just quickly shrunk it over here. So now what we're going to do is, well, whenever you have something like this, whenever you have something like this that's really big at the denominator, we can multiply by its conjugate, or just this same thing but with an opposite sign, and hopefully everything cancels out. So what I'll do is I'll multiply this out, and what I'm going to do, instead of typing this all again, I will copy this segment right here. Oh yeah, this will save a bunch of time. I'll copy this, and I'll paste it. I'll try to make it shrink enough in here. So this one here, and I'm going to shrink it a tiny bit. Let's see, yeah, it fits inside. So now we have this one right here. Alright, so we multiply this, and I'll copy this again, and erase this little dot. Put it like that, and then paste. Put this underneath. Yeah, so again, the reason we have this top and bottom, so we're not changing anything, it's going to be it's like that, divided by this. Yeah, so it's a good thing about this one note I can copy and paste. Do this one more time, better line. Alright, and now get rid of these negative. Yeah, make this negative instead of plus. So get rid of this one, get rid of this negative, negative. Alright, now that we have these right here, the denominator has its conjugates, we can multiply it out and then see a bunch of cancellations. So what we get here is, I'll put this right like this. This is going to be going to equal to, now let's just put a giant square root, a cube root, like this. And now we're going to have, we'll move this right here. This is going to be multiplied this, and then this one's going to be multiplied by this one and that one. So in other words, just the same, foiling out or expanding out. So this one is going to be this, these ones we can combine these cube roots, because these are just power of 1 over 3. Combine those powers. So that's why we have this giant cube root. Now this one, negative q over 2 times negative q over 2. That's going to be, well, positive q squared over 4, because the negatives come positive. Now this one here multiplied by this one here. But before we get to that, we'll just do that for completeness. It's going to be a negative. It's going to be positive now. Plus q over 2, and then I'll just put it like this because we're going to cancel out dot dot dot. And now the next one is going to be this one times by this right here. So we're going to have this a plus times by a negative. So we're going to have a plus q over 2 times and then dot dot dot. So this this is going to be negative q over 2. So this cancels. So these ones cancel. All we're left with now is this one multiplied by this one, and now these square roots disappear. So then all we're left with is, the square roots disappear because 1 over 2 plus 1 over 2 powers cancel. So this becomes, I'll put a, this is going to be a minus. So because it's a plus times minus, and it's minus, and now this is going to be a q over squared over 4 plus p 3 over 27. Yeah, because they're the exact same setup there. And again, when you have the same thing, for example, if you have x to the 1 over 2 times x to the 1 over 2, these add up. This just becomes x to the 1 over 1. So, or 2 over 2. Or 2 over 2 equals, 1. Like that. So they just cancel out like that, just for a refresher. Yeah, and whereas this one here, we can't cancel out because these aren't the exact same. There's a plus, there's a minus, so we can't cancel those out. So that's what we have there. And now what you notice is this cancels with this one. Yeah, so then all we're left with is, so I'll put a circle here, circle, and then circle. This cancels with this one. This becomes cube root over, and now we have a p3, a negative p3. Yeah, so this is going to be a negative p3 over 27. So in other words, if we solve this one out, there's a p3. Yeah, this is going to be, cube root of p3, a negative is going to be negative. Cube root of p3 is just p, so p times p times p is 3, p to the power 3. And then this one's 27. This is going to be cube root is just 3, so 3 to the power 3 is 3. Yeah, so 27. So we get 3. Now this one right here cancels with this negative p3. So this one ends up happening is if we cancel all of those, and we get now y1 is equal to, and I'll just copy this out. So yeah, this is going to equal to this one here. All right, and then everything's gone. Whoops, and then move this over. Whoops, I don't know what's going on. All right, here I fixed it up. So I copied and pasted over here. So we get this one here, and now we're gonna get all this is gone. This whole thing just cancels out, and I'll put this like this, like that. And all we're left with is this one on the top, and that's just a negative. So it's going to be plus, and I'll paste this here, but then we have to switch the negatives. And there's a negative. Yeah, and this is our first solution for that y1 there. Like this. All right, now that we have this first solution, again, note that if we plugged in the negative version of the Vieta quadratic formula, so if we go back above here, so we plugged in the positive, but if we plug it in the negative version of this one, then take the cube root and so on, did the whole thing, and then we'll have to use the positive conjugate in this setup. Everything cancels, and we're gonna get exactly the same thing. This will be a negative, this will be a plus. So in other words, this would be a negative, this would be a plus, and again interchangeable. So we would just get the positive conjugate, and hence the same solution. So this is the solution for the one, regardless of which one you take, plus or minus, you're going to get exactly the same thing there.